Good evening, Wellness Warriors. It's Sunday night. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for Empower Hour. I'm Carla Andrews, and I'll be opening up the conversation this week, as I do every week, all around mental health and well-being. So, I see that, I just jogged the computer. Right, so I see that people are starting to join us already, which is fabulous. Wow. Hello, lovely Catherine. Hello, Lou. Hello, Shane. Wonderful that you've all joined in straight away. That was quick. No hanging around for you guys. I hope you've had a wonderful week. I'll be chatting to you throughout the evening. So I take it there's nothing good on telly again tonight. Okay, let's jump straight into it. What are we talking this week? We're going to be talking about mindfulness. And just before we do that, I want to show you, because we're in a new month. Oh yeah, you missed it last week, Lou. I'm in pink. Well, the hair colour changes. So it was dark tulip 2 weeks ago, and then it's fading into a pink. It will be sort of candy floss before it goes back to its sort of burnt blonde, which is all the dye underneath. So yeah, and I'll probably be like that for a few months before I get it done again. Good evening, Lucy. Good evening, Claire. Great that you've joined us. Right, anyway, let me jump straight into November. I found this online. Let me get it right. Action for Happiness have been doing these calendars for about 18 months. They're bloody awesome. So this is an action calendar, and November is new things for November. And on it, each day is something that you can aim to do. So Friday was obviously the 1st of November, so it was make a list of new things you want to try out this month. Now, mine isn't necessarily new things, it's just things I haven't done for a while. So I want to do a walk in a new area, like have a day out and go for a nice long walk. So if any of you want to join me, that would be fabulous. I need the motivation at the moment, and I'll be telling you why in a little while. Saturday was broaden your perspectives, read a different paper, magazine or site. I spent my day looking at travel, and again, I'll be telling you why. And Sunday, enjoy new music today, play, sing, dance or listen. I actually haven't done that yet, but when I switch off tonight, that's what I'm going to do before bed. So that's going to be part of my routine. So this is available on our Facebook page. If you scroll back, I think to the first, you'll see it there. If not, just nip to Action for Happiness and you'll see it on their website, and you can download it. Well worth printing off and sharing with everyone as well. We've started to include these in our happy boxes that we sell, and we're naming it each month. We're making the theme for each month's happy box around the action calendar, so they'll be really nice to pop in now. Anyway, that's that. Or should I tell you, actually, let me tell you about this week's, what we've got coming up. So tomorrow is meet someone new and learn something different about them. Well, tomorrow we're doing our festive event in Billericay. So tomorrow evening we're going to be in Pasha Restaurant, because they have very kindly given us the whole restaurant to do our community festive event. So it's a bit of a fundraiser for us, and it's a chance for all of those people that have their own small stalls, teeth, to come and sell their wares. So everyone can come and buy from local people, which is fabulous. So I'll hopefully be meeting some lovely new people then. Tuesday, choose a different route and see what you notice on the way. I might actually, I keep saying I need to get my exercise in, and I really do. So I might actually try and see if I can walk to work on Tuesday. I have to look at the diary and see where I am, and da 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 da. So, but wouldn't that be nice? I haven't done it for so long, and I just go on autopilot, and I'm living on this conveyor belt at the moment where just life is just going. Woof. Wednesday, make a meal using a recipe or ingredient you've never tried before. Oh, send me your ideas, guys. Something that I can try. And Wednesday is my early finish day, so I will have a good hour to be able to prep something, so that'd be interesting. I've always been scared of aubergine. Maybe recommend something with aubergine that's tasty, you guys. Thursday is when you feel you can't do something, add the word yet. I tend to do that anyway. I'm very good at that. And I try and pick other people up on their language as well, because we all have this habit of taking ourselves into the negative of I can't do something, and it's always I can't do it yet. Friday, connect with someone from a different generation. That'd be awesome. I love that. Saturday the 9th, teach yourself a new skill: origami, first aid, or meditation. Oh, what can I teach myself? So I've got lots of things there that I can factor in my week next week, and I'll let you know how I go. And see if you can do the same, guys. And remember, that's the action calendar from Action for Happiness. Fantastic organisation. So let's pop that there. Okay, so good evening, Alex. How are you? Right, Lou said try salmon and goji berry curry. Delicious. Send me the recipe then, please, Lou, and I will make that my Wednesday dish. Or shall I just Google it? I should probably just Google it and not be so lazy. So, but if there's any tips you've got for me, I will try that. I can honestly say I don't even know what a goji berry looks like, let alone tastes like. And as some of you will know, I'm a little bit of a fussy eater when it comes to textures. So yeah, but I will try it, Lou. Even better, why don't you come around for dinner, Lou? You could make dinner. I could come around yours. I'm sorry, I'm cheating. Right, okay. So let's talk mindfulness. All the time people say to me about they've tried mindfulness and it doesn't work for them. And then we get chatting and they say, oh, I really like doing this hobby, and I just lose myself in it, and everything else seems to disappear while I'm focusing. That is a form of mindfulness. Don't beat yourself up. Mindfulness isn't always sitting out in the Buddha pose and umming away. Mindfulness is about being very present. So there are many ways to be mindful. One of my favourites, I don't know if I mentioned it last week, because I found it last week, so I don't know if I chucked it in on our chat, but about rainbow walks. I'm going to start adding this in on our walk for wellbeings, that when you go round that you find something of each colour, so you're being mindful, you're really living in the present, and you're not time travelling back thinking about all the rubbish things that have happened, and you're not delving into the future of this could happen, that could happen. So mindfulness is just about being very present. So there are some great ways to do that. As I said, the rainbow walk, colouring, a lot of people like the colouring. Knitting's a great one. Let me know how you like to be mindful. I've had to use the technique this week a couple of times with my breath. So because it is literally just a nice normal breathing, but being mindful of it, going in, holding and exhaling, because my head this week has been off like I don't know, like an out of control merry-go-round. It's been awful this week. I've had a bad week this week. I know what causes mine. It's the stress that I'm under from just so much work and so little time, and juggling all things to do. So that really put me in a delicate position, I suppose, this week, where I was extremely tense. My neck had locked and was really sore. My anxiety was really high. I was starting questioning everything that I do and my friendships, and it just went in absolute overdrive. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still crack on every day and I do my job, but I'm in tears while I do it, or I'm questioning everything, or I'm just not. My brain isn't being as effective as it would be when I'm not stressed. So for me, it's been really hard. But what I did do, and I was really worried about opening up to someone, because part of my brain on overdrive was like, nobody likes me, I'm not good enough, I'm a fake, I'm da 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 da. So all of this was coming out, and luckily the person phoned me, and I was like, actually my brain's working against me today, and my anxiety is really high. And she said, don't worry, I'm going to meet you at the door. I had to go in somewhere. I'll meet you at the door. I met her there, and she just hugged me. And then I knew in that moment, oh, my brain is just it's been my enemy this week. It's because of my stress. It's because of everything. So it made me realise it was not me. It was just my brain doing its negative thing. Now, I don't know if anyone else likes anyone else's brain goes like that, or you recognise in yourself when you're struggling, and the factors that are going on. Because if you do, the most important thing is to then recognise the strategies that you've got to take to help overcome all of this in brain fighting. So my strategies were, I had Saturday off. I left my work in the capable hands of my team, and I cleaned my home, because I like having everything in order. And as you know from the previous weeks, I'm having an extension done at the moment, so that's adding to my stress, and I'm hoping it'll be finished before Christmas. I don't think it will be, in truth, but hey ho, I'm aiming. So also delegating, and explaining to people how I feel so they can understand that I just need some extra support. So for me, that was like saying to my boys, come on, like, you need to help me out. So that's a big part for me of my strategies to sort of help me cope. So yeah. Good evening, Steve. Lovely Mitch has joined us. Leanne has just I put my pumpkin in Victoria Park today. Next week there's a meeting at Manor Mission, and I'm going to suggest again the idea of fun run around Victoria Park. Could be fun to organise. Okay, that's cool. Louise has just said, I'll send it to you with the recipe. Not sure why I have time to come over Wednesday, as I have an essay due on Friday, so need to finish that. Lou is doing her degree, and we've been with her since September. She's been sharing with us how that's been going each week. How's the stress going, Lou, with the looming date of Friday? Do you ever experience when you're getting stressed, Lou, those feelings of doubt, of that you can't do this, and then what are your strategies that you're putting in place? Good evening, Mike. So so Saturday I spent looking after myself and relaxing. Today again I've just pottered around. So and tomorrow morning I'm going swimming, and swimming really helps me relax and release that tension. Because as I said, with me and when I'm struggling, all that tension in my neck just is awful. And funny enough, on Thursday I went into work and we have a lovely lady who is part of our team, Chrissy. She is a EFT practitioner and aromatherapist. And she sat me down and she said, usually I say to her, oh, I'm too busy, I haven't got time. And I knew Thursday morning I had to make the time, because that was what's really important. Make the time because it's worth it. And she gave me an Indian head massage. And that just helped me focus on work Thursday. So yeah, let me know your sort of self-care strategies when you're struggling. And also your wellness wins. Let's talk wellness wins now, guys. So have a think about 3 things that have gone well for you this week, no matter how small, and share them with me, and I'll share you mine. So Lou has just added, I do, but then I think about the end goal and how much I want it. Excellent, Lou. Plus, the students on the course are all in WhatsApp group, so any concerns or doubts shared and broken down with advice and encouragement. Oh, that's lovely. That's really good. We didn't have that when I was at uni. Would have been interesting. Would have been very interesting. So that's great that you've got that. And I hope that you've got great tutors as well that would always be on hand, Lou. That's what helped me when I did my degree. I had some fantastic tutors in my 2nd and 3rd year that made all the difference. So, wellness wins then, guys. 3 wellness wins. I'll start with mine while you're thinking about yours. My wellness wins went to the volunteer awards. We got shortlisted for the Basildon Volunteer Awards for the 4th year running. We were in, or members of our team were in 2 categories: inspirational role model and voluntary group of the year. Eddie, my son, was nominated, and he's been nominated for 4 years, and he walked away with the highly commended for inspirational role model, which was very nice. But can I just say, all of my volunteers, absolutely, although we didn't walk away with anything else, all of my volunteers are amazing, and on an average they do over 2 hours a week supporting Motivate Minds and everything that we do across the borough. So that's just phenomenal, and for me they are always winners in my eyes. So and my second one was, I finished 2 books this week because I'm notoriously busy. I haven't been able to read as much as I like, so I downloaded Audible and I got through 2 books, so that's good. And for any of my friends that are actually on my personal Facebook, I found my earbud. So I treated myself a couple of weeks ago to some wireless earbuds and lost one because this is me. I operate in a whirlwind. So it was inevitable I would lose one and will still probably lose it again in the future. But it did turn up. So for temporarily, I have my two earbuds. So, which helps me with my audiobooks and when I'm running around. So that's my 3 wellness wins. Alex has shared hers. I survived the boys' paternal grandparents. I've had some fabulous days out and I've been thoroughly sport for my birthday. Wonderful, Alex. That's brilliant. I've been seeing some of your photos and they look amazing. So that's great. Ria has said her 3 things are her daughter opened up to me about something she's been worried about. Oh, that's amazing. That's always such a good feeling when our children do that. I saw my best friend. That's definitely a wellness win. And my husband spent the week at home with us. Oh, wow, Ria, that's amazing. They're 3 really great ones. Thank you for sharing. Catherine has said, number 1, 4 days lying in the Tenerife sun. Masses of vitamin D. Well done, Catherine. I think it was a bit rude you didn't take us with you. Right, number 2, Sun being hugely helpful today. Oh, he's definitely after something. Right, and number 3, did think about work, but no stress and focused on holiday. Well done. That's massive, Catherine. Well done. 3 fantastic wellness wins there. Please, next time you book a holiday, though, think of us. Should we just do a group one? Leanne, got a voluntary job. Excellent. Well done. No overtime from work. Hallelujah. And contact with bar prono unit. Fantastic. The lovely Claire has shared hers. I went a different route to Clacton and didn't panic. Well done. Claire, I do always say to one of our key volunteers, she passed her driving test and about a week later she had to be in Colchester. She said, oh my God, what if I get lost? I said, well, you'll get to the coast, you buy an ice cream and donuts, you eat them, you enjoy them, you turn around, you come back home. So well done for not panicking getting to Clacton. It's at the coast. You're not going to get much further out. As long as you don't end up going south and end up at Dover, you're all right. So I'm glad you didn't panic and I hope you got donuts and ice cream. Your number 2, I managed to cope with half term. Oh, I remember that. You wait until they're older and they're home around work, or they're not working, or college. So, anyway, my girls won a medal in their dance competitions. Awesome. That's amazing. Oh, how proud are they? That's fantastic. Lou's plucked up the courage to do the bush. She's putting too much on me. Oh, well done, Lou. That's a biggie. How did that go? How does that conversation? How did you start that conversation? Did you ask for a meeting? Did you just walk into our office and go, I've had enough? Let me know, because sometimes we get to that point, don't we? But knowing your boundaries and having them non-negotiable, and we've talked about this before, is really important. So I'm really pleased you've done that. Finally got an agreed moving in date. Yes, well done, Lou. I know you've been waiting for a while. And number 3, managed to run 7 miles, keeping up with a group of people, all running with their dogs. It was so hard as I wasn't dog assisted. Well done, Lou. That's amazing. But are you going to be dog assisted next time, just so you can beat them? Oh, we've got some love to the new Ria in our group. That's fantastic. As you'll see if you tune in weekly, guys, that we we're sort of getting to know one another. So Claire is a regular, Lou's a regular, Catherine's a regular, so it's fabulous that you're all sending some love to the lovely Ria. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching and you aren't mentioned and you want to be, please put either put a comment in the comment box, because I can't actually see always who joins us. So I'm not being rude if you join in and I don't see you. It's just the computer only says yes to some. Too cold for ice cream? Claire, sorry, what planet are you from? Come on, Claire. Too cold for ice cream? That's the whole point of donuts. Sorry. Right. Victoria, hello. We're all great, thank you. How are you? Rob. Is that Rob? Rob? Oh, I've just seen it's our lovely Rob. Rob is Rob the bass. Is one of our volunteers. It's his first time tuning in with our lovely Empower Hour. He is a rock star, I tell you. He's been with Motivated Minds, volunteering for us for about 8 weeks now, and he teaches the youngsters guitar at youth club, and he helps us out on a Monday and a Wednesday morning, and it really does make a difference. So he's one of our fabulous volunteers. So give him a thumbs up, everyone. Show him some love. Ria's liking the love. She's sending some kisses. Get the cards out. Oh, okay. Claire's saying I'm a regular. Planet Odd. Some highs to Rob. Hi, Rob. Right, hold on. Right, I'm at the bottom. Okay, now, Claire, it was you that said get the cards out. I have got a treat for you all, right? Because it's Christmas, I've been shopping. Yes, but do I shop for my children? No. Do I shop for my friends? No. Sorry, friends. Do I shop for Motivated Minds? I do. I have got affirmators. Da, da, da. Right, they're going to go there for a second. We always have our empowering cards. I have got empowerment cards for kiddies. Da, da, da. Hold on. Right. Oh. And I have got stress less cards. So we're going to do one of these. They're all for sale in the shop, by the way. All for sale in your local Happy Hub on a high street near you. Well, one day. At the moment, we're just in Basildon, but one day the aim is we'll be everywhere. Right. Okay. So choose a pack then, please, guys. Affirmators or stress less. I'll get some of the kiddie ones out so you can see anyway. But choose. Quick, first person. I better read the feed. Hold on. You're all distracted by donuts. Come on, guys. It's Sunday. Surely you must have had your treats already. Right. Stress less. Okay. Right. Oh, actually, you've all gone stress less. There's not even an argument. Oh, Rob said affirmation. Maybe we'll have time. Right. Okay. So, stress less. Christ almighty. I must go and get my eyes checked out soon. Actually, in all fairness, I was meant to have an eye test, and then I remembered I have to pay for it these days because my children have grown up. So, yes. Right. Okay. Right. I'm going to shuffle. I don't know what shuffling will do because I haven't even looked at these myself yet. Right. Okay. Let's read one and we'll go from there. Go to the center of yourself. Close your eyes. If there was a center in you, where would it be? Look for it and keep your attention to it. If the center feels small, imagine it growing like a balloon. If it's difficult to find your center, look for it in peace. When you find it, rest in it and breathe. Stay there for 5 to 10 minutes. By returning to your centre regularly, you will have better recognition of your emotions, feelings, and needs. When you're not just serving others, you'll feel more powerful. Oh, that is very true. Right, so, okay, let's put that into context. So, it's really some mindfulness, right? So, I don't know about you guys, but my centre, I'm crap with chakras, by the way, but this is where your chakras and all of that comes in. My centre, I would consider in my sort of my diaphragm area. I suppose that's where I would imagine that. And I would visualise a balloon or maybe a flower opening up and decreasing and just that movement. So I suppose if I was to focus on that, for 5 to 10 minutes can be quite a long time when you're new to something like doing that. So I would say just even set yourself with a 2-minute goal. So if you was going to try that, try for just 2 minutes. Now, you will be thinking about the dinner, and those thoughts will come into your head, and thinking about, oh, who let the cat out, who let the dog out, are the children doing what they're meant to be doing? Oh my God. Those thoughts will come into your head because it's natural, but then you just have to refocus back and bring that image in and just go pull yourself back each time and just bring that in. So going to the center of yourself, that one's called. Right, let's read what you put in. Look for a voucher, lots of big options. Your solar plexus. There you go. Lovely Louise is shared with us. That's the solar plexus. So I can never remember with the chakras, and I should. But I'm dyslexic, so I have trouble remembering things in sequence. So that's good. Right, so we've got that one. Do we want another one of the stress less? I think we should, because a few of you have asked for them. This is a nice one. A love letter to you. Take a moment to write yourself a love letter. Write all about the things you love about yourself and get into detail. Caress yourself with words. When you're feeling loving, accepting, and good feelings, the stress based on the feeling of fear will vanish. The body will react to good thoughts and produce hormones, which in turn will release the stress hormones from the body. Oh, that's a nice one. Maybe you guys could try that tonight. Write a love letter to yourself. Yeah, that would actually be quite emotional as well. I was just thinking what I would put in mine. So, yeah, that'd be quite a good one. Do you know one thing I did try this week, and I did put it on our Facebook, funny enough. I found a photo of a place I visited in Colorado called Garden of the Gods, and I found it randomly on my phone because I ran over my old phone and had to buy a new one this week. Told you I was stressed. And I found this photo and I just sat with it for a couple of minutes and brought back all the feelings of when I stood in this place and took this photo, because I was in complete awe. I swear to God, there have been a few places in my life where you just get the relevance of our being on this planet, and how small we are, really. One of my favourite places that's quite local is Hadley Park. There's a castle ruins, and it was built hundreds of years ago. I think it's about 800 odd years old. And when you just stand there and you think and you touch the rocks, the bricks, whatever you want to call them. There's probably a technical word there, but hey, this is me. And you just think, I wonder how many other people have touched where my hand is, and what their mind was in their time era. So whether it be the 1940s and with the war and maybe fear, or whether it is maybe the 1900s and some lovers being just with fresh eyes, and with love in their heart and innocence, and if you think about taking maybe people's thoughts back through time of just standing in that one spot, it's quite, just makes you realise that we're a blink of an eye, really. Yeah. So the love letter to you, to feel all those emotions, would be really good. Catherine's asked what a chakra is. Oh, I've got a book on it somewhere. The chakras are, I don't want to get this wrong. I know from Eastern philosophy. I couldn't tell you whether that's Chinese, Japanese. I don't know. I can look it up, and maybe we can talk about it next week. But is it 5 or 6 points? There's the one there. There's a throat chakra. There's one in the chest. There's the solar plexus, which is upper abdomen. There's one in your pelvis. So is it 5? I believe it's 5, but I have got a book on it somewhere, and I will look that up. But basically, it's thought that they're the sort of energy highway that should be clear for us to be emotionally and physically well. So each chakra holds with it different emotions. I'll let you know more on that. Lou, can you help on that at all? It's your energy field. There you go. She's put it so lovely, isn't she? Just, it's your energy field. The third eye being between your eyes, your heart and your throat. Yeah. So we'll do some more on that. I'll look it up and I'll find some, so I sound intelligent next week. Claire, there we go. There are 7 chakras in the body, top to bottom, all mean different things. There you go. Good evening, Dan. Dan's just joined us as well. So, we've done the stress less cards. I want to choose one more, and then we're going to go on to the affirmators. Let's have a look. Right. Pick out the positive words. Try as often as possible to pick out words that are positive. Even if you're stressed and feel negative, try to think about nice things to say to people in different situations. When interactions make us feel good, it lowers our blood pressure, calms down our heart, and reduces the amount of stress hormones in our body. Okay, so I think one of the nicest things that I get to do with people is when you can give a compliment to someone, or when you open a door for someone and they wasn't expecting it, and you're just giving that just general kindness. It always makes me feel good when you see them smile, or when they just say, oh, no one spoke to me, I haven't spoke to anyone for a couple of days, or just being human, like good, decent human beings. That always makes me feel good. And eye contact is so important. I appreciate some people struggle with eye contact, but if if you're serving someone, if you're opening a door for someone, eye contact and a smile is great. And for those people that don't like us or are stressing out, it makes them feel really nervous. So yeah, it's win-win. So yeah, kindness. It's wonderful. Right, that's the stress less cards. I'm going to put them back in their box. So we've got some top tips there, guys. How to stress less. And by the looks of this little box, it's all about mindfulness. So I'm going to read the back. Stress Less contains 50 easy and effective exercises for stopping your stress reaction. Use the diverse exercises in your everyday life, at your desk, on the bus, and while queuing at the supermarket. These cards are your first aid kit for reducing stress. Practice and repeat, and you'll learn to recall and exercise when you need it. Very true, very true. And did I mention they're on sale at the Happy Hub, Eastgate Shopping Centre? Right, okay. Rob, lovely Rob, chose the affirmators. We use these affirmator cards in our what workshop? Cup of Kindness workshop. So I thought I'd bring them home with me so you guys can see how fabulous they are. One's an advert. Right, okay. Alex has said she's back to work tomorrow, spending my days trying to make my lovelies feel better about themselves. Again, that's a great way that reduces our stress, is doing that, and when you can make a difference to others. Right, so okay. I'm going to put the cards down one at a time, shout when someone, and I will select that card. I was doing this the other day on one of our chats, and someone contacted me to see if I was a tarot card reader. Like, no. Oh dear. Come on, shout stop. I've read one there. Oh, someone shouted stop. When? Well done, Ria. Right, okay. Ria, strength. So these are lovely cards. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions, Ria. Enjoy your battles, whatever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know of mythology, probably with great hair and a six-pack. Well, I don't want a six-pack, but I do like the great hair. Funny, strength is a funny one, because sometimes we can feel our utmost weakest when before that strength comes about. Sometimes we feel that we're broken. Sometimes we feel that there isn't any strength left. But as time goes on, we realise that it is strength. It is that has seen us through. So strength, just remember, no matter where you are at the moment, you've got to where you are in life because you have had strength. And that has only been found out through all the trials and tribulations that you guys have gone through, that all of us collectively have gone through stuff that sometimes I'm sure we wouldn't wish on our worst enemies. So just take a second to think about how strong you are, the things that you've overcome that at the time you didn't think you would. And I use this analogy all the time, but when you first rode a bike, you were fearful. Yeah, you was worried about whether someone would let go, and you carried on riding and you got stronger and stronger. And it is the same with all of our trials and tribulations through life. The great thing about getting old, not that it's that great, but I remember being in my 20s thinking, oh my God, there's just no way out. And I wish in some ways that I'd kept my writings that I did at the time, just to show the distance, to show myself the distance I've travelled. So Yeah, strength, Ria. And you've just said you've got some battles coming up. Well, please know, Ria, you have got all of our love from Empower Hour supporting you, whatever that may be, okay? And sometimes you're going to feel out of your depth, but that will come up, okay? All right. Ria, I just remember we got chatting in the shop, didn't we, in the week? Because you just said about your multi-organ transplant. Ria, absolutely. I'm so pleased that you've enjoyed our Empower Hour. It's fabulous to have you here. And as we discussed the other day, you're spelt the same way as my cousin, so now I get it. So my phone's ringing. Ed! There's no child to get it. Never mind. We'll just let it ring. Edward! Right. Okay. Another card. Playfulness. I am a playful participant in life, and I always have the option to make something a fun game rather than a heavy burden. Mary Poppins put sugar in the medicine for a reason. That lady really knows how to party. What can we put sugar on, guys, to make life that little bit sweeter? What can we do? Mine's music. I do love my music. I've spoke about it before as helping me when I'm struggling. There are just some tracks that are my absolute bring out this no worries in me. And this week I've heard a lot of it actually because it's been Halloween. So Thriller is one of them. You just can't help but then sort of do the dance. So yeah. Right, okay. So what do you do that's playful? Lou, do you find running playful? Is that... Like, certainly when you're... Because Lou's quite competitive. When you're against other people, or... Lou is a bit of a notorious mobility scooter racer. So is that how you find that playfulness? Catherine wishes you luck. Donuts. So Catherine likes her donuts. That's her playfulness. Absolutely. Alex, you missed it earlier. The lovely Claire got all the way to Clacton without panicking this week. And she didn't have ice cream and donuts. We said next time she goes, she's got to get the donuts. Leanne Swayland has said hot water bottles. Oh, a bit of comfort there. That's nice. And Catherine has said about putting the donuts with the sugar on. Absolutely. Lou said, gosh, running is never playful. I want to be in front. Lou's just competitive. Right, okay. Let's get another card. Oh, I'm running out of battery. Let me just move. Oh, right. And plug in. Excuse the state of the living room. As I said, we're DIYing. Right, we're plugged in. We've got more electricity. You can see it stains down my top now. Right, okay. I'm just going to check my phone as well. Who's phoning me? You never know. Oh, okay. Right. Okie dokes. So, another card. Self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love. I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. That's bloody true. For many, many years, I always thought that came in the form of love interests. And I never understood that I have to love myself first. So, yes. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? Okay. So, self-love. I certainly do practice taking myself on a date. I used to always want to wait for other people. And now I don't. Now I recognise that actually I'm entitled to take myself on a date and go to the cinema and eat chocolate cake and just take myself on a date. I don't need to wait for others. But as I said, in the past, I used to give everything I had to my partners, and I never got treated the same way back. So now I've put a restriction on. I will only show my love to those who will love me the same way that I would give them. So that's why I've been single for like years. But hey ho, there will be someone out there for me one day. So, but yeah, I never understood that for a long time. And I remember being about 17 years old and sitting on my nan's bed, and she said to me, Carla, you've got a lot of love to give, and don't waste it on the wrong people. And I never. It took me years. Sorry, it took me years to understand that, and quite a few failed attempts. So, but I understand it now, and it's better late than never, isn't it? Absolutely. So, how do you guys show your self-love? And will you please, please, please make sure you write that love letter tonight? I'm going to do mine tonight. Maybe next week we can share them. The lovely Alex has put, are you wearing fab leggings? I am wearing fab leggings, Alex, that you bought me. Thank you very much. So I'm all colourful, a bit like my hair. Alex has added, exactly, nobody will love you until you love yourself. Yeah, because they just fake it, don't they? And we need people that will respect us, and we want people that love themselves too. I've dated plenty of people that don't. And as I said, my 20s and 30s weren't pretty. So now in my 40s, I have these boundaries. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Someone's trying to get hold of me. So, yes. So, my son's just come in wearing green socks. I've just got to show him to you. Like, because look, like, that is not his mother's fashion choice. So, yeah, he's very, very colourful.
The Grinch.
The Grinch socks.
You're a Grinch at Christmas time.
I'm not a Grinch. Oh, that's what I was going to say to you guys as well. Let me just go back to Catherine. I'm going to show myself self-care with a nice stress-busting hot bath in a few minutes in preparation for back to work tomorrow without the Tenerife sun. Absolutely, that is fabulous. I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to do music, hot bath, music, get my sleep routine fine. Please don't answer it, Ed, because it will disrupt this.
Okay.
So, no. So, good evening, Chantel. Great to see you. We're just about finishing up. So, we're just talking about self-love, and you can write yourself a love letter, please, Chantel, and put in it in detail of the kindness. Show that kindness on yourself. And if you're around next week, you can share it with us. And if you're not, put it in your drawer. And remember, the importance of self-love. So, what have we got going on for the next week? We have got Billericay tomorrow. We've got our community event, and we've got our social night on the 13th of November. We're going bowling if anyone wants to join us. At the end of the month, what have we got coming up? Oh no, throughout the month we're doing a different donation every day to support our community Christmas. This year we're ramping it up big style. We're doing 50 hampers for 50 families or individuals that could do with a smile. We are sending Christmas cards to everyone in the mental health unit to make sure that they know that they're supported by their community and that there's a lot of love out here and support. We are doing 25 rucksacks for homeless people. We're making them up to spread the Christmas magic. And we're having a Christmas high tea for people that are going to be alone over Christmas. So we're going to be launching all of that this week with different collections and donations through the Happy Hub and through our work. So yeah, that's about that. What else? I have decided, and here we go. This is a biggie, and you guys have got to hold me to this. But next year, I want to go away for a month. Not a week, not 2 weeks, but a month. I've decided I'm going to go Cambodia. I was looking at it even for. I could go on December the 13th this year to January 18th. It would cost about £700 in flights, but only about £300 to stay in different bungalows, hostels, and the daily living in Cambodia is very low. And if I wasn't having the extension, I think I would have gone. So next year, I've decided, after spending the last sort of 3 years working my guts out and neglecting myself, that this year, or for 2020, I'm going to get back my fitness, and at the end of the year, have a month of travelling. And on one of the islands that I want to stay on, it hasn't even got electricity. So to me, that just sounds like heaven. So that's one of my self-care aims for next year. Start thinking about yours, guys, because the years do go so quick, and then we can all support one another. Alex has just replied to Ria, saying that her friend's had new lungs for 13 years now, because Ria's going through multiple organ transplant soon. So we're going to be supporting her. Hopefully every week, Ria, you'll tune in and we can support you on your journey, and then the other side to make you know that there's just a lot of love and positive vibes that we're all sending you. Guys, you've all joined in tonight. You've been amazing. I've loved spending my Sunday night, as always, with you. I can't thank you enough, because it means the world that you take an hour out of your time to sit and listen to me rattle on and share my thoughts, and I'm so privileged that you share yours with me. And hopefully, as more and more people do join in week on week, that they see some of the stuff that we're all going through is just normal, and it is okay to talk about it. And we can offer our different strategies and different help bits, so that will hopefully make a massive difference. So thank you so much once again for choosing Empower Hour for your Sunday night viewing, and I wish you the very best and happiest week. And please write those letters of love. In fact, I'm gonna, when I write mine, I'm gonna write mine as soon as I hang this up, and I will post it on our Motivated Minds page. And I know for me it's going to hit a few nerves, because I was thinking initially when I said it, the first things that come into my head was, "Dear Carla, I leave you. Goodbye." And I know it's gonna spark me off, but I'm gonna do it because I need to. Basically, I need to. As do you guys. You need to as well. So, and then hopefully, if you want to DM them to me, private message them, direct message them, whatever you want to call it, to me. Or if you just want to put it in your drawer or do what you want with it, but please do write it. Just sit with yourself for 5 minutes before you even put pen to paper and write yourself the most beautiful love letter you've ever received. Right, goodbye. I love you. Take care. See you next week.